it's Sam. So today I'm going to be showing you my thoughts, or telling you my thoughts on the new Kylie, the Royal Peach Palette. So, as soon as I heard she was coming out with a peach palette, I immediately thought of the Too Faced Sweet Peach. Was hers supposed to be like, hey, this is a sweet peach palette, everybody loves it, I'm going to do one too? I'm not sure. There are definitely a few shades in the Sweet Peach palette and the Kylie Jenner palette that are a little bit similar. As you can see, they've both got a green, they've both got some really peachy pinky colors, and then they've also got some really fun kind of like deeper kind of burgundy shades. What I like personally about the Sweet Peach palette though is that it has some lighter shades for your brow bone, and the Kylie Jenner palette does not, which well, if you're gonna put out a big palette, please put a highlight shade in there. So in my opinion, if you don't have a brow bone highlight shade in there, it makes me sad because then I have to open another palette just to highlight my brow bone. So that is the one thing that this palette is lacking. I feel like I would have preferred to take away maybe the green or the blue and put in a brow bone shade, because I need a brow bone shade. I need a lighter shade in here because these are all like darker shades. The first thing I want to show you is the box. So the box is actually really cool because it's Kylie's eyes. I mean, her eyebrows are like, whoa, Nelly. Look at those perfect, beautiful little things. Her lashes are really awesome. So I like the box because then you can go like this and you like look like you have huge eyes. So yes, the box is cool. On the top here, it just says the Royal Palette, the Royal Peach Palette. And on the back, it has the ingredients, and then it has all of the colors that are actually in the palette, which I like because then you know exactly what the colors are. I actually waited until 3 o'clock, like I was stalking the website, and I got it like right at 3 o'clock. So that's the one thing that I don't like about anything with Kylie Jenner, is that you have to stalk the website and be there right at the time it launches. Otherwise, that's it. You can't get the product. And I've wanted to get so many of her products and I haven't been on time, and I've been like 15 minutes late and boom, they're sold out. So that's the annoying thing. I mean, great for her that she's selling out like in 2 seconds, but not great for me when I miss it. So luckily I did actually get this on time. I bought this with my own money. I believe it was 40 something. I don't remember. I'll have to like look it up and put it in the description box for you guys. But I believe it was like 40, 45, 42, I don't know, so somewhere around 40 bucks if I remember correctly. But it says that these are each 0.05 ounces. There's 12 shades in here altogether. The packaging I like. It's simple, it's white. It says Kylie in rose gold. I happen to be an absolute sucker for rose gold. I love it. So I do like the packaging. I think it's very simple. It's definitely a big palette. I'm just gonna kind of like compare it to the Too Faced palette, which the Too Faced palette is quite a big one as well, but you can see that it's even bigger than the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. So it's quite a lot thicker. So it's definitely a big palette, guys. On the back here, it says the exact same as the box. So you can see it has the colors, which I like. I feel like that's very helpful. And then it has her little signature XOXO with the ingredients as well. So I like the packaging. I think it's nice. It just opens up, it's magnetic, and then you have a big, like a full-size mirror right there, which is a very good size. And then it just says Kylie, sorry, I'm trying not to blind you, Kylie right there. What I liked about this palette is that it comes with a brush. You know how usually like they come with like a dual-ended brush and you're like, what are you gonna do with that poop? It's just not cool. It's not a great brush. You can't really do anything with it. Well, they actually gave you a great brush. It's a beautiful brush. It works amazingly. Not only is it white with Kylie's name in rose gold and a rose gold tip, but it is actually a great brush. It reminds me of the Sigma, I cannot remember, it's like my favorite Sigma brush, but it also reminds me of the Morphe M433, except for it's a little bit longer and fluffier, but it's more so like the Sigma. What is the brush? I cannot think for the life of me what the brush is. It's a really great brush. I've been using it to blend out all of the shadows. I think it's amazing. It blends out really nicely. It's very soft. It puts down the color really well. So the brush itself is awesome. I'm really glad they threw that in there because it is actually a great brush. Like, yay for a good brush in a makeup palette. Normally it's those little like pathetic little flat ones, or like a really like weird blending brush and doesn't do anything. Like, this one is actually really good. So yes, thumbs up on the brush for sure. Moving on, we actually have the shadows. So here's all the colors that you get. So as you can see, there is no brow bone color, which makes me sad because I love a good brow bone color in a palette. I feel like that's convenient, and then that way I only have to bring one palette if I'm traveling, but you can't have everything in the world. So there are two shades in this palette that I will never probably ever use. This is that green shade, which is called Mojito, and then the other one is Royal, which is like a bright, deep royal blue. I will probably never use those shades just because, I mean, I might, maybe if I was doing a tutorial, especially for you guys, but in like real life, if I was just going to do my makeup, I would never ever use those shades because I don't like them on me. I don't think they look very good, and they're just a little bit too bright for my liking. Everything else though, I actually really love the colors. I think this is a great palette if you have blue eyes. If you like warm, really peachy, kind of like burgundy-ish, or just kind of like warm, earthy shades, you will love this palette. There's going to be a lot of people that don't like this palette because it is so warm. Obviously, it's a peach palette, so if you don't like peach, you're not going to like it. So definitely don't buy it if you're not into peachy shades because there's a whole lot of peach in here. But if you do like warm shades, if you have green eyes, even hazel eyes, blue eyes, I mean, Kylie has brown eyes and she still rocks it. But specifically, if you have blue or green eyes, these shades are going to make your eyes pop and look super duper awesome. These are the shades that I gravitate towards all the time anyway. I always wear these type of shades because they make my eyes look really blue and they complement my skin tone and my eye color the best. I will say, when I first opened this, I was like, what is that stink? It smelled so strong. What is that smell? It is so weird. It doesn't smell as strong as it did when I first got it, because when I first got it and I opened it up, immediately it was like whoof, right in my face. This really strong chemical, I just got it on my nose. It was like so intensely strong that I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to wear this. Like, it is so smelly. It just smells like plasticky, some kind of chemical. It's almost like nail polish. Like, I don't know what the smell is, but it's very strong of chemicals and it's not a good smell at all. It made me nervous to put it on my eyes because I was like, shoot, if this is what it smells like, what the heck is it going to do to my eyeballs? So I don't know if it's the actual packaging. I don't know if it's the brush. I don't know what is that smell, but the smell is bad. Now that I've used it a little bit more, when I open it up, I don't smell it unless I sniff my nose right on it, then I can definitely smell it. So keep that in mind. I have no idea what that smell is, but it is strong and I don't like it. Now, I have used this palette consistently for about 4 days. I have not had any problems with it making my eyes have a rash or irritation or dryness or anything like that. So I was concerned because of that smell, but I haven't had a problem. So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of swatch them for you guys so you guys can see exactly what they look like. The first shade is this gorgeous color right here, and this is the color Sorbet, and it's a really soft peach. This is a beautiful transition shade. It is a matte, so it's really great for the crease. I absolutely love it. These are really pigmented, guys. I was really happy with them. It's that one right there. I'm just gonna put that, it's actually gonna show better because I have my self tanner. So there is, what is that called? Sorbet. Next we have Seashell, which is a very soft, kind of pale mauve, whatever that word is. It's kind of like a rose gold mixed with a mauve, if that makes sense. This one is definitely got more of a sheen to it. It's a little bit more of a metallic color. Really, really gorgeous on. So you can see it's very kind of like pinky, but kind of dusty. Then we have the color Peachy, which is this one right here, which is a really gorgeous, just true matte peach. And it is so beautiful. Oh my goodness. I love it. If you love a good peachy shade, you will love that. It's definitely a little brighter. I have a tutorial of this coming up, guys. So on Wednesday, you'll be able to see me create the look that I have wearing this, using this palette, so you guys can see how they apply, see how they blend. Next we have the color Royal, which is the color that I'm just like, I don't think I'll ever wear just because it's so, I mean, it's pigmented, man. It's gonna stain my arm. That is definitely gonna give you some fallout. That is really pigmented, guys. That's like intense. It's intensely blue. So then the next color we have is Queen Bee, which is a really gorgeous kind of like bronzy gold shade. This one is metallic. It feels very creamy. It almost feels like wet when you're applying, when you're like swatching it. Oh my gosh, that's so much better than it looks in the palette. Look how pretty that is, guys. Oh my goodness, that is so beautiful. Really pigmented. Has a really nice kind of like sheen to it. It's very bronzy, kind of golden. I have Duke, which I love this shade. I've been wearing this one a lot. It's really gorgeous for like a super kind of burgundy, kind of red smoky eye. This one again has a really gorgeous like sheen to it. It's super beautiful, super duper. Then we have this color right here, which is called Duchess. This is a really gorgeous copper and I love it. I've worn this a lot too. It's gorgeous. These ones that have this kind of like metallic finish, I would highly recommend using your finger versus a brush, because when you use a brush, you just don't get that payoff and you don't get that kind of sheen that you want. But when you use your finger, it kind of just melts it into the lid and gives you a really good like pigmentation and kind of like sheen and metallic finish. So that one is, what did it say? Oh, Duchess. So beautiful. It's just like a really pretty rose gold copper. Really, really reflects the light a lot. It's beautiful. Then we have Sandy, which is one of my favorite transitional shades because it's a nice kind of neutral brown. Well, it's like a brown. It's like a tan brown. It's really great matte. It's really awesome. It's beautiful in the crease. Then we have the color Mojito. So that is what it looks like. It's kind of like a lime green. It's actually a very pretty shade. It has a gorgeous like super metallic finish to it. So it is actually a really beautiful color, but I just don't care for the color green. So that's just me. North Star is this really pretty purple shade. And this one is a little bit, I don't know, it's very light. So I was expecting a little bit more from it. That was the one shade that I was like, really? I don't know about this. Like you really have to work it to get some color. So that was 2 swipes, whereas all the others were just 1. So it's very, very soft. It's very pale. It's kind of like a really pretty lilac. When you do get the payoff, it really is beautiful, but you do have to work a little harder. You have to play a little extra with that one and definitely use your finger. Crush, which is like a really pretty pink, and it's kind of matte. It's kind of a sneaky one because it's kind of matte, but then it has a little bit of a kind of satiny finish. So at first I was like, that's definitely matte, but then I was like, no, wait, there's a little bit of a sheen in there. But on the skin, it pretty much just looks matte. So my arm is getting all, oh, there we go. So there is Crush. And then last but not least, we have the color Cinnamon, which is a gorgeous, gorgeous, oh, I just love it so much. It's like a really pretty kind of like warm, it's like a brown, but it has a lot of warmth. It's like terracotta, something like that, like a really, really rich, like the red rock in Sedona. That's what it's like. It reminds me of the rocks in Sedona, which I was obsessed with. I just loved it there. Everything was red and it was beautiful. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you up close, whoops, the palette. So there again is the palette. That's what everything looks like. So you can see there's some really gorgeous shades, but again, the majority of them are definitely warm. This is a warm palette. This is a palette that people like me love. If you like cool tones, don't buy it. You're not gonna like it. Okay, my friends, so there are the shades. You can see they're all really, really pigmented. They've got some really beautiful tones in there. Again, that blue is really pretty and it's really, really pigmented. It's just not something that I would really wear a whole lot on my eyes. Everything else though I would wear daily. There's that green, which again you can see it has a really great sheen to it. Like it really is a pretty color. It's just not, I'm just not a green girl. And then that purple is kind of like, nah, you know, I think it could be a little bit more pigmented, but once you get it, it's really beautiful. You just have to work a little harder to get that one. Everything else is just kind of like super duper pigmented. You don't need a whole lot. It really does give you a lot of payoff really quickly. And then that one on the end there, oh, I love that color. So yes, those are all the shades, guys. I love them. Look at that peachy one. The peachy one is just my favorite for the crease. It's so beautiful. And then that rose gold kind of coppery one. Like, look at that. Yes. Okay, guys, so there is kind of like the swatches and my thoughts on this palette. So this is definitely not a first impressions for me. I have given this a good go. I've tested it out. So I feel like I've gotten a really good grasp of the colors, how they blend, how they wear. They do wear really well. And also I haven't had any kind of like, even though that weird smell, I have not had any problems with my eyes or anything. And I do have very sensitive eyes. And I have kind of had a different, like I've used quite a few of the different colors to create different combos. So I've pretty much used, other than those bright ones, I've used almost all of them. And I think it's really beautiful. The 2 downsides I would say to this palette is the smell is weird And why is there not a beautiful highlight shade? I know I've said that, but like everything else, like I have my crease, I have my lid, I have my deeper crease, like I have all the shades I need, but I don't have a brow bone. So that would be my only kind of complaint, other than that strange smell, because that is weird. Other than that, I think it's a great palette. I'm actually really happy with it. If you do like those peachy, warm, kind of like reddish tones, you're gonna love this palette. And it's cute, you know? I mean, it's Kylie's name. It's nothing like dramatically creative or fancy or anything like that, but it's Kylie, it's cute. The rose gold is pretty, it's simple. I think it represents her very well because she keeps all of her packaging pretty like, you know, straight to the point and just kind of like simple. But that rose gold is just extra pretty. I want to put a couple of the Sweet Peach Palette shades next to the ones that I think are dupes because I am interested. Puree is very similar to the Sandy. I'm just gonna stick it over here on the side. Ooh, it's pretty darn close. Do you guys see that? The Puree is a slightly deeper color. Summer Yum reminds me so much of the Cinnamon. So Summer Yum is slightly more of a kind of cooler tone, whereas this has a little bit more red, so you guys can see, but they're similar. They're definitely similar. Oh, it's getting all up my arm. Puree is very similar to Seashell, so you guys can see right there. Caramelized is pretty darn close to Sorbet. It's slightly deeper. It's kind of like a mixture between those two peachy shades. If you can see, those are completely different colored greens, so that's nothing. Those are kind of like, you know, there's a couple of dupes there. They're not exact, but they're pretty similar. So see, they're kind of similar. There's a couple that are pretty darn close. Sweet Peach obviously has a lot more shades because this one has 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18 colors versus Kylie only has the 12. And so I feel like the Sweet Peach palette definitely has more of a good variety for like everybody because it has great brow bone shades. It also has a little bit lighter colors and then a little bit cooler tones on that side. So there's definitely more variety on this. However, I definitely prefer a few of the shades. Now that I have them on my arm, I think the shades that are in the Kylie palette, like when I'm looking at the dupes, are actually better. I prefer them. And I like the fact that it has like that really pretty coppery rose gold. It has that bronzy color. It has like a few different ones. And as I'm looking at this green, I think it is actually really beautiful. I might try and do a look with it, even though I'm not super fond of green. And that blue is really, really strong. Like, it is intense, it's pigmented, but definitely a great palette, guys. I have to say, I like it. I think it's worth the money. I'm glad that I bought it. I'm not disappointed in my purchase whatsoever. I will continue to use it. Okay guys, so there you go. I hope you guys found that helpful. Again, stay tuned for Wednesday. I'll be doing a Valentine's Day tutorial for this whole look, as well as this actual like demo you'll be able to see of the Kylie palette. You'll get to see it in action, exactly how it blends out, and see all the colors that I used to create this look. So don't forget to subscribe if you are new. If you have just stumbled upon this because you were looking solely for the Kylie Jenner, welcome to my channel. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you found it helpful, and I also hope you stick around and subscribe. Don't forget to thumbs up if you did find this helpful and enjoy this video. I am on Snapchat. It's Sam Schuerman. I will also have full-on up-close swatches of this on Snapchat too. I find that to be a really easy way to kind of like give you guys a sneak peek, but also get up really close and personal so you guys can see exactly what they look like. Also, how festive am I in my peach shirt for the Royal, what is it? Royal Peach Palette. The Royal Peach Palette. Okay guys, bye. I'm going. Mwah.